Hey everyone! So I just spent my days shopping around at the drugstore and at Ulta and Target, and I picked up a few new items from NYX. Well, new to me at least. Some of these have been out for a really long time and I just haven't tried them yet, but these are all things that I have never tried, and they're kind of funky or different, and I just wanted to share them with you today. So I decided to film a tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right here. So throughout the video, I'm just going to give you my first impressions and opinions on these products because, like I said, I've never used them before. And I will also give you a little recap at the end and keep you posted as time goes on. As I've used these products more, I can fill you in and let you know how I feel about them, you know, maybe in a few weeks or so. So I hope you guys really enjoy this video, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start off by applying some lip balm because I'm going to be using a matte lipstick, and this is from the brand Smith, and it's just like a rose lip balm, but anything will do that you like. I feel like I look extra tired today, so I'm going to be using some of this Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Eye Serum and just putting that under and around my eyes. It's amazing the difference that this stuff makes. Now I'm going to be priming my skin using this Nivea Men's Aftershave Balm, and this is the sensitive one. And I'm just rubbing this in until it gets tacky. Now for my foundation, I'm going to be using my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and I am in the shade 2C3, which is Fresco, and then my Advanced Night Repair serum from Estee Lauder as well. These two together are a match made in heaven. I mix some of my foundation and like a drop or two of my Advanced Night Repair. I just mix that on the back of my hand. I'm gonna dab it in on my face a little bit. And I'm going to be using a big stippling brush. This is from Zoeva, the 125 stippling brush. And I am just going to blend this in all over my face. This makes the foundation a lot more sheer, a lot lighter, because this is a very full coverage foundation. Okay, so now I have my foundation on and you can still see that my skin is luminous. Adding the Advanced Night Repair to the Double Wear really makes a huge difference in the foundation. When you just wear it by itself, it's a completely matte finish, but when you add some of the Advanced Night Repair, you get a little bit of dewiness in there. Now for my concealer, I am using this L'Oreal True Match Concealer. This is the super blendable concealer in the shade Fair Light. And I am putting this on my hand first. And I'm going to be using this Zoeva 110 Face Shape Brush. And I am going to be concealing underneath my eyes. I definitely have some dark circles. Usually I don't have to worry about dark circles, but I think I've just been really tired lately. And I am just buffing this all around the eye area, bringing it down along the side of the nose and bringing up along the cheekbone. Now I'm going to be setting my under eye area using this NYX HD Studio Photogenic Finishing Powder. And it looks like this on the inside. It can be a little bit messy. I don't know if you can see, but there's like smoke flying up right here in front of my face. Well, I mean, not smoke, but just it's so fine that the powder just kind of like evaporates. For this, I am going to be using my 105 Luxe Highlight Brush from Zoeva. Now I'm going to set the rest of my face using this RCMA No Color Powder. This is only $10 on the website, which is pretty amazing because you get so much powder on here, and it's extremely versatile in the sense that you can use it on anyone, any skin tone, any skin type. It's feather light, like you can't even feel it on your skin. I really like it. Now I'm going to be contouring and sort of bronzing at the same time with this Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. You've seen me use this in basically every video since the beginning of January. And first what I'm going to do is take this Zoeva 109 Luxe Face Paint Brush and dip into the coolest shadow right over here and put this in the hollows of my cheeks. So these are the places that I really want to define. And I'm not blending it out yet. Temples. And just along the top of the forehead as well. And then I also put some right here in the center of my chin. I just like the way that looks on me for some reason. A little bit along my jawline. And I'm also going to go down along the sides of my nose and under my lip using this 142 concealer buffer brush from Zoeva with that same color. Now that I've set the base for the contouring, I'm going to go back in with a slightly warmer color and buff it out, warm it up a little bit, make it look very natural. And for this, I'm going to be using the 127 Luxe Sheer Cheek Brush from Zoeva. And I'm going to be dipping into this middle shade right here. You can see it's just a tad warmer than this one right here that I already used. And I am just buffing out those cheeks in a circular motion. Now going along the top of the forehead, in the temples, under the chin, the jaw, you know. Now I'm going in with this 105 Luxe Highlight Brush that I use to set my under eyes. And I am going to mix these two light shades right here to accentuate the highlights on my face. So I like to go on top of the eyelids. I find that these set the eyes really, really well and prime them for shadow beautifully. And then I'm also going to go along the bridge of the nose, on the chin, Cupid's bow, center of the forehead, below the cheeks where I just did the contour, and then a little bit right here on top of the cheekbone. Now for my first new product that I'm testing out, I'm using this NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade, and mine is in the shade Brunette. And it comes in this little, like, it looks like glass, but I think it's plastic, this little plastic container, and it looks like this on the inside. You can see you've got the pomade right in here. So with this, I'm going to use my 322 brow line brush from Zoeva, and let's just see how this goes. I'm just gonna dip in here. I've never used a pomade before, so I'm excited. So right off the bat, I'm noticing how cool this shadow, or how cool toned this color is, and I really love that because the other NYX like brow gel that comes in a tube, I forget exactly what it's called. I love it, like don't get me wrong, it is a great product, but it is a tiny bit warm and red. This one is like perfect. It has like just a gray undertone, which I love. I am going to just take this face shape brush from Zoeva that I use to put my concealer on and around my eyes. I'm going to take this and kind of buff this out through the front of my brows just to take away some of that harshness. What I'm also noticing about this product is it's very dry. I think I was expecting it to be a lot creamier, and like I've said, I've never used a pomade before, so I'm not sure if they're all like this or how that works, what the textures and consistencies are like. But I have to say that I really like that it's pretty dry because I feel like it gives me a little bit more control. I can just imagine if it was like really wet and clumpy or goopy, it could be a little bit messy. So I appreciate this. All right. So far I like it. I am definitely happy. I love the color. Very, very, very happy with the color. So again, I am in the shade Brunette. Now I'm going to be moving on to the eyes, and I'm going to do like kind of a gray smoky eye, really, really blown out, and I want it to be very round, like not so much cat-like like you see me do a lot. So this one's going to be very messy, very easy to do. So what I'm going to do for that is prime my lids using this 24-hour color tattoo from Maybelline, and this is in the shade 85 Deep Forest, and it's like a gray green. Let me see if you can see that there. It's mostly gray, but like with a tiny bit of olive in it. And I'm just going back in with this concealer buffer brush and swirling it around in the product here. And I'm going to start from the base of my lashes and just very, very lightly bring this up to the crease, like very lightly. And I'm also going to go underneath my eyes with this as well, using my 223 Petite Eye Blender. I'm bringing this in really far, but not into the inner corner, right before the inner corner. Now that my eyes are primed, I'm going to use my Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette. Again, one of my favorites. I'm going to take this flat brush from Zoeva. This is a Luxe All Over Shader Brush, number 222, and dip this into the middle gray shade right here. And I am just going to blend this all over the lid, basically to where I brought up the cream shadow just now. Just darken it up a little bit. And same thing under the eyes, just using this little petite brush and buffing that out. Really, really smoky. Now using this fluffy brush from Zoeva, this is the 221 Luxe Soft Crease Brush, and I am dipping into this tone right here. It's like gray-brown. And I am going to work this mainly on the outer corners of my eyes. And I'm starting off with circular motions and occasionally bringing it up into the crease. Now I'm going to use my 231 Luxe Petite Crease Brush from Zoeva, using that same color, and now going underneath the lash line. Now that I look like a raccoon, I'm going to take my 228 Luxe Crease Brush from Zoeva. Everything's from Zoeva, obviously. And then I am going to dip into this lighter brown shade here, which has some warm tones in it. And I am going to work this above those, like out and around the edges, basically. I want to soften it and add some warmth to the edges. So I'm working up here close to the brow bone. Perfect. I just want it to be like the slightest hint of some warmth. And then I'm also going to drag this down with this same big fluffy brush underneath the lash line, the lower lash line. I am just going to do kind of like a smoky liner using the black shade right here and my 312 detail liner from Zoeva. And I am just going to get this as close to the lash line as I can. And I'm bringing this all the way into the start of my iris. So right where the color of your eye is, that's where I am either starting it or stopping it, depending on where you start or how you look at it. But that's all I'm doing for the liner. Really simple. Now, just to finish off the eyes before mascara, this is another new product. This is, well, new to me, at least. It's been out for a really long time. I've had my eye on it for years. I just never bought it because I already have a nude liner. But this is the NYX Wonder Pencil in the shade Light. And it's basically a nude pencil that you can use around your lips, on your waterline, to conceal blemishes. And I am going to use it on my waterline just to see how it holds up and see the pigmentation and everything. All right, first impression. Ugh, I'm a contact lens wearer, so I have really sensitive eyes and I get junk in my eyes all the time. So if you do wear contacts, then trust me, I feel your pain. I've been dealing with getting stuff in my eyes since I was like a sophomore in high school. It's always been a problem. But basically, my first impression with this product is that it's a little bit hard, as in like my Rimmel nude liner is softer than this. Like this kind of, it's not painful, but it's a little uncomfortable to put this in the waterline. With that said though, it's really nice pigmentation. I like the way it looks. I like it. And the last step for the eyes right now is my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, top and bottom, lots of coats for lots of lashes. So another new product that I'm going to be using is this NYX Whipped Lip and Cheek Soufflé. Mine is in the shade Plush, and I've never seen this before. I haven't seen it on YouTube or anything. It was like new at Ulta, and it has a little doe foot applicator, and I'm just going to put some on my hand here. And I am going to just use this on my cheeks. I have something else for my lips. So what I'm going to do, I think, is use a little tiny stippling brush. This is a petite stippling brush from Zoeva, number 122. And let's see here. I'm just going to pat it out with my finger first on my hand, and then just dab the brush in here. And let's see. I've already set my face with powder, so let's see how this behaves on top. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's pretty. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm noticing that it has a scent. It's a really pretty scent. It smells like kind of vanilla-y. A lot of NYX products actually have this sort of scent, and I really like it. It does not bother me whatsoever. I'd be happy if all of my makeup products smelled like this. And I'm just dabbing this along the cheeks, and so far, I think it's really, really pretty. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put a little bit more on for this other side. Actually, this time I'm just going to put it directly on, and let's see if that makes a difference or whatever. Tap it out a little bit with my finger first, and then buff it out using the stippling brush. Oh, I really like it. I just hope it lasts a long time. Oh. So now, just to soften up the edges, I'm going to go back in with this big stippling brush that I used for my foundation earlier. And it still has a little bit of product on it from before, and I am just going to buff out those edges, because the last thing you want is to look like you have makeup painted on your face. At least that's the last thing I want. So I guess what I'm going to do is go back over that with some of this RCMA No Color powder and just set it. Hopefully prevent that from like breaking up or anything, and keep it on there longer. Now I'm just going to highlight my face. I'm going to be using Pearl from Becca. This is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Glow palette. You know, if you've watched my videos, I've used this so much because it's just beautiful. Oh, and update. I was in Sephora just the other day, and I realized that this color right here, Bronzed Copper, I think, or Blushed Copper, is not a limited edition product. And I said that it was limited in my January favorites video. That's not true. Disregard that. You can still pick it up, like, I think all year round, which you should. It's beautiful. All right, so for my highlight here, I'm actually going to use this Luxe All Over Shader brush again. This is the 222 brush that I used to put on the gray on my eyelids. I'm just dipping into Pearl, and I'm gonna do kind of an intense highlight. I don't think you've seen me do like really, really, really intense highlighting yet, so let's see how this goes. Oh my gosh. So beautiful. You know, when you see a highlighter that makes you want to go, yes! You know it's the right one for you. Just saying. On the tip of the nose, and also a little bit on the bridge here. Cupid's bow. Under the brow bone. And then I'm also going to put it on the inner corners of my eyes, so I'm using this little 237 detail shader. It's so cute. It's like my favorite brush ever. And I am going to put that right on the inner corner, bringing it down under the lower lash line just a tad. And to finish the look off, I'm going to be using this NYX matte lipstick, and this is in the shade Haze. It's a really cool, great color, and I don't have anything like this. And I recently saw a picture of Samantha from Battle Ash, who is just killing it in the makeup game. She is so incredible. Definitely has inspired me in so many ways and taught me so much about makeup. And she was just recently, she just posted a photo on Twitter, and she was wearing a lipstick, and I don't know if it was this, but it was just so pretty. It was kind of like a very, very cool toned grayish blue color, and I kind of was really inspired by that, so that's why I picked this color up. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, I'm having a moment. This is my new best friend. I'm pretty sure that my mom is gonna hate this lipstick. I'm pretty sure that my boyfriend's gonna hate this lipstick. But I really don't care because I love it. I think this is so cool. Like, I'm looking in the mirror and it's just so different. All right, guys, so that is the finished look. I personally love it. I hope that you guys liked it too. It's pretty different from what I've done. It's really kind of fun and easy. You saw that as far as the eyes goes and the blending, it was super simple, nothing crazy, not really too much method, just really smoky and blown out. As far as the products that I tried today, let's just do a quick recap. So the first thing that I used was this NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade in the shade Brunette, and I love it, honestly. You're gonna hear me say that a lot in the next couple minutes because this is really, really cool. I like it. It's very good for traveling, I could see. It's lightweight. There's not a ton of product in here that's gonna take forever. I think you could probably go through this before it dries out. I love the color. I love the formula. I love how easy it was to apply. So definitely a thumbs up from me for this one. I'm going to be testing it out more and seeing how the color lasts, if it's like waterproof, sweatproof, budge-proof, whatever, and I will update you in the near future. I also used this NYX Wonder Pencil, and so far it's good. I really don't know if it's better than what I already have. I will, like I said before, keep you posted on this, but remember that it is a little bit hard on the waterline. So, you know, maybe I'm going to try it out for around my lips or little blemishes, and I'll see how it works for that. I also use this Whipped Cheek and Lip Soufflé from NYX, and mine is in the color Plush. I really, really, really like this. I probably should have put it on before I used a powder to set my face, but it's such a cute color. It's very wearable. I think it's honestly perfect. It's a very, very pretty color, easy to apply. I could do it with my fingertips. I could use it with a brush. So it's versatile in that sense, and I'm definitely excited to try it out on my lips too. I think this is a perfect color for every day. And lastly, the matte lipstick. I have to say it is so creamy. I love the formula. It literally feels like chapstick. It's really, really soft, and I don't know, I have nothing bad to say about it, and I love the color. It's really cool, really different. I personally love the color. Other people, you know, this may not be your cup of tea, and that is completely fine. You do you. You wear what makes you comfortable and what makes you feel good. Just don't be afraid to try new things. That's all I can say. All right, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I seriously love filming and making these videos. I do spend a lot of time and I put a lot of work into it, and I love every single bit of the process. So I hope you guys enjoy it too. It would really mean so much to me if you would hit that subscribe button down below. So please, if you like this video, like it, subscribe, share, you know, all that jazz. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to know what you think, how I could improve. Any constructive criticism would be very welcome. So yeah, please let me know what you're thinking about my videos and what you would like to see next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye. Mwah.
I see a huge spider right now. I'm talking with my hands, by the way. Like, I know my hands are mostly out of the frame, but I'm just kind of like flailing all over the place because that's what I do on a daily basis. I just can't stop myself. It's like this really cool gray color. You can see I like haven't even used it yet. Can you see that? What? Giving me that look.
It's like green.
It's blue.